Alright, today we are going to actually get back to another bit of ranked. And before I go into it, I just want to show off the fit today, even though you can't really see it. It's most likely to be gaming Christmas morning. It's kind of a crazy pull for today, but it's in my closet, and I got this for the most recent Christmas because my sister wanted to do like a little family picture. She lives in Montana, so I don't really get to see her out often. And it was me, my brother-in-law, and then my mom, dad, and my brother. And she got little matching shirts for all of us. And because also she had her first baby, so, I'm officially an unk, which is kind of crazy to think about. Only 25, soon to be 26. So it's a little nuts. But, don't have the music on. My bad. But, yeah, essentially, I don't know. That was a weird tangent. But you guys won't even see the shirt because it's low. So, but I don't know. Just had to throw it out there, Sometimes you just have to go crazy. Wow, the Move to Leader challenge is still there. I mean, you better remove that. But speaking of the Move to Leader challenge, if you haven't seen the video, go ahead and watch that. I thought it was really good. I'm really excited to do more of those videos. There's a whole, it's funny because today, I was talking with Slug. He started streaming today, and then he mentioned this Moki and Mono interview, which I was in the middle of watching right now, where it basically goes into how top players, kind of need to output something. And I think that's actually pretty accurate. I think there is, kind of a need to put ourselves out there, create something. I think it's good for the game, ultimately. It's part of why I wanted to do this type of content in general for a while. But I mean, again, going into the job thing, I couldn't really do it on my old job, but now I can do it for the most part. So yeah, let me put back the Phoenix back up here. But that's that Smallville does not go there. Is this the Phoenix? Oh, there he is. Why is he all the way over there? The Phoenix is hiding from us. Okay, he doesn't want to move. My bad. Alright, I guess if the Phoenix doesn't want to move, guys, he doesn't want to move. We'll let him be gone. It's okay. But, okay, it's been 3 minutes and I haven't even got into the ranked. My bad. I should have been talking while we were playing ranked. So, if you didn't notice, in the challenge, we've lost, I think, 200 elo since we last played. And you know what? We're not just going to get our elo back today. We're going to get it back hard. We're going to go back with no back air. We lose a stock every time we back air. Because I am pissed at how it went. And I deserve some type of retribution. In this matchup, we can do it. Of course, we're against Tazio. They don't want to give us, an easy one to start with. But I believe in us to solve this. Plus, we're going to do this again. We're not going to... I'm dead. Oh, wait. We're not going to one and done these challenges. That's not the only time I'm ever going to do that challenge, because I think it's way too good to just only do it once. I'm sure I'm going to one and done some other things, but that challenge was something I don't want to one and done, for sure. I'm so dead. Dude, I actually am getting good at the not doing the back air to hit something, because I was thinking about it, and I was like, oh wait. It's game one of the challenge, and I was failing that, pretty consistently during the challenge, so maybe I did adapt. As I say, as I got neutral aired in the face. Nice, good burst. But the whole point of today's video was I was thinking of talking about who I am. I don't really know what I'll title this, because... Okay, so secret. What I've been doing in my my videos is I've been running 3 different titles and seeing what the algorithm chooses as the best title to show you guys. I'm curious what it'll yield, because I haven't really thought about titles too much. So that is running in the background. Listen, oh, got a SD. But yeah, for the titles, I'm not sure what I'm gonna call this one, but. In terms of content today, oh, I didn't hit Marth. That's weird. In terms of content, I wanted to go over why I play this game, you know, what I'm doing here, why you should even watch these videos in general, I guess. Sorry, I had to lock in a little bit. Ah. Oh, Mark got stuck on the platform there. I knew he was gonna forward slash, but sometimes just let it happen. What am I supposed to do there besides up smash? I was thinking I was low-key still in the challenge, so I didn't up smash there, even though I could have. Should be a kill. God, not being able to do that in the challenge was so dreadful against floaties. I don't think I had the rising up air that up air. I don't know. It's actually dreadful playing some matchups without back air, and this might be one of them. I was just thinking multiple times there, I wish I could turn around and space my move better. I don't want to play ranked in these videos, outside these videos, so I really hope I just lock in here, guys. So we did decide that bigger stages are better, and I think that is true. But again, going back into the actual, like, main topic of today's video, besides, you know, the little tangents we've gotten on so far, I really wanted to just talk to you guys about, like, why I got into Melee, you know, etc., etc. It was even before I watched the Moki interview, because I literally watched it, like, I'm like in the middle of watching it right now. Because I didn't know it existed until, like, 2 hours ago. And I wanted to do this video all week, pretty much. Oops, that's my stock. Oh my god, you. No, no! You gotta be trolling me on that one. You get a guaranteed edge guard, and then the connection says nope. Nice. That was a really cool mix-up I did there. A lot of things going on in my favor. Alright, I just really cannot. Nice. Reading up air jump. I can't back air, so it sucks to actually combo anything. But yeah, so in terms of when I got into Melee, the year was 2015, and Smash 4 was coming out. You probably wouldn't think that's what I was about to say right there, but so I was really a casual kid when it came to most video games. I really didn't like get into like competitive mindsets until, well, not competitive necessarily, but like I didn't care about being like good or bad at games for a long time. I would like want to be like better than my siblings or whatever, but even then I wouldn't care that much. Like I would lose in Mario Kart or, you know, like Mario Party, and I'd be like, ah, whatever, like that's fine. I never really had that dog in me until right around Xbox, where it was Black Ops and Halo 3 and Reach. And I was like, man, I kind of like being good at things. And so then Smash 4 came out, and I was like, I kind of liked that game as a kid. I would play Brawl, and I would go Pikachu, and just click down B a bunch, and just play the story mode. I was like, this is a nice game. So then my friend, he got Smash 4, and we played it. We would always go to his house anyways to hang out. It was actually kind of crazy because it was the start of our, you know, friendship and friend group getting a lot more close. Was Smash 4, and we on release day he got Smash 4, so we all played it, and I was like, this game's pretty fun, but like, I mean, Melee was pretty cool too. I would go back in Yoshi's, break the targets. I remember that back in the day. Cause I'm the youngest child, so I was basically getting the hand-me-downs in terms of like consoles and stuff. So like I played, you know, we did have an N64. I don't really remember playing Smash 64 at all, but I did remember playing Melee. Break the targets to Yoshi. So I was just, just a humble little Kirby player in Smash 4 against the friends, and one day we played at a GameStop tournament, and I think I got damn it. I don't really remember what I played. Like, if I kept playing, Kirby or whatever, but, like, it got to the point where it was serious. Like, I got a controller from GameStop for Smash 4. Like, that's where we were at, chat. Like, this is not like a... this is, like, really the start of me getting more competitive with gaming in general. So, I got the controller, which actually was only compatible with the Wiimote, so really helpful for Melee in general, too. I'm so dead. Oh god, I lived. Alright, back here. Doesn't hurt to lose 2 stocks of back air. Alright, we cannot be losing points when we're doing these videos. That's so bad! Okay, that's fine. That was a warm game. Sure. I mean, I haven't played Melee today, so that does help. It's kind of like a warm game. That's what we'll call that. But, yeah, so I got into Smash 4, but I didn't realize on the side, some of my friends were already playing Melee, and were already playing P+. So one time at a sleepover, I think that was where I really got into it. Someone had P+, and we were playing it, and I was like, wait, this game's way better than Smash 4. It's, like, not even close. Or I guess it was Project M at the time. And I was like, why am I playing this game? But I also didn't know they were playing Melee. And then I got a taste of Melee again. And my friend Shed, I played Mars back then as my first game, and I was like, wait, this is like PM as well. It's like they're both really good. It's funny because back then I thought that the difference between Melee, PM, and Smash 4 was Smash 4 was very slow, Melee was too fast, and PM was in the middle, which is actually pretty accurate, honestly, in terms of speed. And I thought that PM was the best game. But in those days, PM wasn't really as big, because this was post Gimmer annihilating PM. So it was like a little bit of a side event in our scene. So that's the only way you could really play PM. So I basically played Melee because there was no PM. So maybe I could have been the best PM player in the world. Who knows? But so I got into playing Melee. I got an actual Melee controller, not a controller that plugs into a Wiimote. And for my birthday of 2016, and I started going to my local mall tournament because I was like, well, it's in a mall, so it's like very chill. We basically brought all the setups, so like we were kind of half the tournament, like me and my friends. We were called the Rugrats because basically all of us were pretty young. This was coined by Stango. If you guys don't know who that is, it's one of the best Rivals players in the world. Nasby goats as well. Was a big Melee player as well back then. He was #1 in Philly, which is where I'm from. So, yeah, so I was playing in my local mall tournaments, and then it got to the point where I kind of wanted to go to the other tournaments, and I didn't know that they were going to tournaments that were at the mall, and I was like, can I tag along? Like, sure. So I started going to those tournaments, and I would just, okay, so I was not very good. I played Marth for a little bit, then I switched to Jigglypuff. And then I did make it out of pools in one of my first tournaments, and I was like, wait, I can get good at this game. I wasn't practicing at all back then. I was just kind of playing with my friends, and that was how I was getting better. Wasn't doing analysis, just kind of playing for fun. And then it got to the point where, God, this Falco is crazy. They're moving so fast. I don't know, they might be too fast for me. Like, why are they moving at the speed of light? I can't, like, slow people down because I don't have back air. I think that's also a part of how back air works. I feel like it does force people to slow down because it exists. Bro, what is this Falco doing? Okay. We outsmarted them with the clicking the down B button. But, I spit on my monitor. That's gnarly. But, yeah, so I got a controller in 2016. Started playing at, not even the mall tournaments anymore. Made it out of pools, and I was like, this game's pretty cool. Still was going like 0-5, 0-6, rounded up in pools back then too, for a long time. It wasn't until about 2017 I started to get like decent in the sense that people like wait, this guy's getting good pretty fast. One of my crowning achievements was I almost not even took a game. I almost really got off Slug, who was like top 10 in our scene at the time with Ice Climbers, with my Puff, and people were like, wait, this Dawson guy's pretty good. I don't think people really knew that like I knew that, but I heard it in the corner of the room. They heard my name. I was like top players are talking about me. I was like, oh shit, like this is serious. I entered the 2017 Arcadian that year, and I got completely dumpstered. I didn't even make it out of pools, so underperformed all expectations of me, which was really not that high, but it felt high. And I went to my first major that year. This was 2017 at the time, at SmashCon, and that's when I realized there was a lot more to Melee than my little local scene. And like I was watching all the big tournaments, right, too. Like I wasn't like blind, but a lot of what I learned in Melee was based on my own play. I didn't really watch that many VODs or anything when I was first getting in. I would watch Hungrybox live, but I wouldn't watch like replays of Hungrybox that often. Maybe like if a YouTube VOD like popped up on my feed, right? But I wasn't like actively trying to get better watching other people. I wanted to figure it out by myself because that's how I'd always play video games. Again, I wasn't very competitive back then in terms of gaming, so I didn't really feel that. Like, I was only starting to understand that I really liked being competitive with video games in general. But, yeah, but once I got to SmashCon, I realized, wait, there's a lot more to people are wave dashing with Jigglypuff. I was blown away. I was never wave dashing at all. I saw that and I started instantly implementing that weekend. If there's one thing, if you guys haven't been to a major, you don't understand how much a major it gives you like a boost. Even big like regionals give you a boost as well. But for me, it's always been majors. I learned so much just being at an environment with like a bunch of different people of different skill levels. You can get that online somewhat, but it's so different to being in an IRL tournament. You're ingrained the tech chase with back air there. But, what was I about to say? Yeah, but when it came to majors, I was like, wow, people are wave dashing Jigglypuff. It's so cool to see this many of my character here. I feel like I'm learning a lot, which I was. And I was like, I kind of like going to these tournament things. So I started to go to way more tournaments than just SmashCon. Well, not really, but I was going to like the regionals all the time. I wouldn't miss the regionals in my scene. And then it got to the point where I was like, man, I kind of want to go to different like scenes. And then it was around 2019, I was going to like Jersey and New York consistently. I really wanted to like prove myself to places that aren't Philly, because I eventually did win my first tournament in like 2018, like fall. So I was getting to the point where I was like, yeah, I'm pretty good, but like I'm not like one of the best. Like Slug, Peniotis, and like it's actually crazy how many tags this one player's had, but like I guess the current tag is like Eve, but not like Eve the Jigglypuff, but Eve Fox player and Yoshi. But so like these players were so much better than me. It felt like, so like even when I was winning tournaments against them, and Ken was becoming a Philly player at that time too. So like I was getting gaps still. Like there was still like stuff for me to learn at Philly, but I was like, one of the only ways I'm gonna do that is by traveling more and like getting better against like everyone, not just like seeing like, oh, maybe it's just like these players at home, like there's some mental issues, like mental blocks. But so I started traveling more to like Jersey and New York, and then right as the pandemic hit, I was feeling great. I was feeling, wait, maybe I could actually be like a top 100 player in this game, which was like kind of my goal. Once I got Philly PR in 2018 after I won my first tournament, or right before I won my first tournament, I got PR'd at like 9th. I was like, okay, I want to get top 100. That's a really big goal. And then the pandemic hit right when I was thinking I was going to hit it. So once that hit, I was kind of just like stuck in like a kind of just like a rut where I felt like I dedicated so much time to this game. Like, realistically, it was the main thing I liked doing. Like, there was nothing I would like more than booting up Super Smash Bros. Melee and playing in a tournament. Playing in a tournament was my favorite thing ever. Like, there was nothing I could beat playing in a Melee tournament for me. I was just, like, counting the days down to the next, like, weekly, or the next bi-weekly. Like, that's just kind of how I lived for so long. I gotta win this game. God. I win the back over so bad. See, that's what happened during the challenge. If you that just happens too much. I locked in, and when you lock in, you think about back airing. Ah! I play another game, but they're probably thinking, "What the hell?" They had the game won, and they just jumped off the stage. But yeah. So I was like kind of on Days Max tournament. Then online came, and my internet was like okay. It wasn't great. So anytime there was a really big tournament, it was hard to play like a cross country tournament and like have fun. Just how it was. So I definitely enjoyed my time less in the 2020s, but I knew I was like getting there. I was either at top 100 level, or I was still getting like on the cusp. I would have like good runs or whatever. I talked about it like I think in my last video, but I would have good runs and stuff here and there. But what was I gonna say? Just nice. I still got the rest. I was pretty low there. I didn't think I was gonna get a rest there. But so it really got to the point where I was like, man, can I just like be done with COVID so I can go back to enjoying, you know, an IRL tournament? But the problem was I also was still in school. I wasn't working at all because I don't want to say lazy, but I also was so dedicated to Melee to the point where I thought that I couldn't really do anything else and also play Melee, which is like kind of silly if we really think about it. But that's what I would see, because I would see the full-time players make a living off of it and not have to take a job or anything. So I was like, wait, can I just get good enough to the point where I could just not do that? Which I think is very misguided. I wish I was working part-time back then so I could have gone to more tournaments. I didn't really think about it like that at all. I was thinking about, oh wait, it gives up time from competing. But oh, I missed my L cancel, I think, there. Nice, good stuff. I think I'll play one more, and then we'll call it a vid. But, so yeah, I do regret that. And then I got back from COVID, and I had some just gracious people just be like, hey, I want to see you at Genesis. Here's money to go to Genesis. And that's like the only way that I was able to go to those tournaments. Just gracious people just saying, hey, I want to see you there. So I got to go to the Ludwig tournament in Vegas. I got to go to Genesis off of, you know, the backs of my homies. And then I actually was starting at that point to get good and beat players enough to the point where I could win regionals. But they weren't really regionals, they were like big monthlies. Because I don't think I've ever won a regional. Maybe there's tournaments that could have counted, but I don't think I have. So I got really good monthlies that year, to the point where I was actually making enough money to go to more tournaments. And then, off the back of that, I had my best tournament performance of 2022 using money that I won from monthlies. And I felt like, man, maybe I could do this thing. And then I had one of my worst years. I think my worst year of competing was in 2023, where I had a bunch of Game 5s and, like, last stocks versus, you know, top 10 players, Hungrybox, Amsa, Jmook, countless other players that year. A lot of what-ifs. And I was like, man, this is tough. I went down in the rankings, sucked, but it got to the point where that was a good pound. I actually like that pound a lot. I should do that more. I kind of like tech chase with it almost. It's pretty cool. Nice, good first touch. Wow, that Alberto didn't actually beat down here. Oh god. I had to lock in here. I was losing my lead. Yeah, dude, that's the lazy recovery thing. It's harder though when I'm playing no back air Jigglypuff because I can't really drift around to, you know, avoid getting hit by that stuff. I will give myself, like, a game loss, essentially. I'll give myself 2 missed stocks there because of that. Yeah. I was definitely too locked in to think about the challenge there. Yeah, I'll just throw away 2 stocks to the start of the next game to make up for that. Because it'll be the stock that I won and the stock that, and, like, a back air stock. I think that's pretty fair. Okay. I think that's like the only way to rectify that. Because I was thinking in my head the whole time, like, man, I just want to win this game. I don't really care about the challenge. So, this will effectively be a game loss. Oh. Well, it'll be a game loss now. I'm actually going to get JV5 for a second. Because I'm going to back here again. Oops. Oh, I actually got... Okay, so... I don't think I made a rule for that, but I did get caught up in the start of the back air. Like, the back air didn't fully come out, so I don't think that counts. Either way, I shouldn't have won the last game, so I don't really care to win this game. Oops. Why is this guy trying to swag on me, bro? I, like, purposely threw away 3 stocks and tried to swag. Like, what? Alright. That pissed me off, so I'm gonna keep playing it. I actually had no idea how that interaction was gonna work. That was very silly. But, or was it? Okay, 2023 was really bad. I was like, man, this is tough. So then, 2024, I had my best year to that point. I think I ranked 58, something like that, 56, 58, 56, 8. And then I didn't really feel great about my performance that year, but I still felt like maybe I can, you know, make this work. But then 2025, I feel like I got to the point where I was trying to compromise so many of my values and how I thought about Melee, and I wasn't doing it well, that Melee got very draining to me. I kind of accepted that I wasn't going to be the guy to be like, you know, making this my career, I guess. I don't really think I've thought like too hard about that, but like thinking about it now, that's probably how I thought about 2025. I was like, man, I'm not like, I'm not SDJ or Hungry Box that's just gonna mainly, like, to like camp out or whatever, and, like make this happen. So I thought, I don't know, a little bit weird, but it's like nice. Let's lock in for 1 second. I was about to just quit. I literally we were just clicking the escape key if I lost that game. So yeah, 2025, I didn't feel great about Melee. And coming into this year, I want to make this like my best year at Melee. I don't care anymore. I will do whatever it takes to be whatever I want to be. I will play, have fun, but also I want to become the best version of myself. Like that's self-evident. The best version of myself wins this set. God, it's so hard to play with my backer. I literally don't know how to approach without it. Like, it's just so difficult. What do I do? I can't backer. Okay. Alright. Let me lock in. I'm dead.
What do I do? What do I do when a Falco's just doing nothing at center stage?
It's just impossible.
It's impossible.
Alright. I hope you guys, like, got a little bit more insight of me. And I still suck at this stupid-ass challenge. Oh my god. I want to lock in so bad on this challenge.
It's not even close.
Next, we're gonna keep doing this for sure. Like we're not gonna do this next Wednesday, but we're gonna do this again very soon. I really want to get this down. I want to get good without backer, but like I'm trying to like approach, but I can't approach without my backer. I'm carried. But I hope you guys enjoyed that one. Like and subscribe, and then also share my tweets about Full House and /or donate if you feel so inclined. Follow my Twitter for more updates on Full House. But I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you maybe on Friday. Not for a commentary, but I might have some type of video up on Friday. I have a lot of ideas in terms of what I want to upload. Might have something up by Friday. If not, I will see you on Saturday night or midday. I'm not sure yet. Saturday night or midday for a stream. Another new challenge. Hopefully I do better. Surely I do. I think backer is going to be the hardest challenge we will ever have to do. Fingers crossed. We started so hard. That's what she said. We're ending the video. Have a good night. Actually, have a good day. This is going to be uploaded on 12 p.m. EST, so it's going to be morning or day for you guys. Or you never know. It could be the next day. It could be in Australia. All right, I'm just rambling. Good night. You know what I mean. Bye.